Okay, I think that I think the recording has started. So
Yep.
I don't have any specific topics to present like the previous session that we had. But if anyone has a question, I think Rachel, you had a question. What was the question? And we can go through that.
Can you go over how to set up the Avinati levels with the script or create a hot button for it or something?
Okay, so you're talking about the hotkey one. Am I right?
Hmm.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
sure.
that way I don't have to draw the lines every morning.
Yes, yes, sure. So the first one first is just a matter of I have prepared a presentation for that, which I believe I will show it to you, the presentation, so everybody can refer to that. And also, I will go live with that as well. So I think that was the Avi levels here. And there was a PDF. Did I? Yep. See, this is the PDF, how to create Avi level using a hotkey. And I'm going to bring it here. Where is that? Is it being downloaded? Yes. So you can refer to this as a step-by-step guideline. I have put these so you can go through this step by step as a PDF. But I will show you live how to do that. I'm going to push this aside, minimize this. So the first thing first is that you have to go to other configuration. Search here advanced, hotkey enabled. Click OK. Then you go to setup. You go to hotkey, and you need to create a new hotkey. For example, I already have that, but you know that you can put it as an add new item. Just going to click that edit. So once you do that, you just put any name you want, any hotkey that you want. In this case, I put it Alt3, and you can copy and paste the script that is Ziad has shared, and also it's available in the PDF. So I don't want to copy it and send it here in the chat box because it may have some missing characters, which I don't want to do that. So you just copy and paste it from the PDF, and then you can close it, remove it. Then when you come back to if the advanced hotkey is enabled, if you press it Alt3, for example, in my case, it can delete it, and also it can add it. So the way that Ziad has recently updated is that it does both ways, delete and add. But if one day you wanted to delete everything, all the tickers that you have together, you go right-click, trend lines, trend line management, you select everything in the morning, select everything, and then delete trend lines. That's how we can do that. But remember that anytime that you want to use these, the advanced hotkey should be enabled. Just one thing. But when the advanced hotkey is enabled, there are
Anytime that you want to use what? I'm sorry, I couldn't follow where your mouse was pointing.
Yes, what is that, sorry?
You said anytime I want to use this, I have to change something, but I couldn't
No, you
follow
don't
where your
have to. You don't have to. It's just if you have this set up in the other configuration enabled and you save it in your desktop, if you enable it and you save your desktop, for example, enabled, and you save your desktop, then you don't need to enable it, re-enable it every time. But there is a challenge. And that challenge is that some of the scripts that are written in basic script, not the advanced script, may not work. Number one, if you're using a script that is using buying power, that one will not work. It doesn't set you the target. It doesn't set you a stop loss. And this another problem is that if you have this and you want to put an alert for a price, advanced, for example, I'm using a script for setting alert. That one, for example, if it comes to this 589, I have a hotkey. Look at it. This is a hotkey. I can go through that later on, but for now, you see that it's an advanced hotkey. If I try to use it, this one is working. But if I go to other configurations, advanced, and then I enable it. If I try to use it, see, it's going to give you this error because that
So,
script is written in basic script, not advanced script. Go ahead.
so if I want to use my equalize risk up button, I
It
wouldn't
won't
be able
work.
to use it.
It won't
So,
work.
so I need to go in and turn off advanced up button after I draw
Exactly.
my line in order
Exactly.
for it to
Exactly. So
work. Okay.
every time in the morning, put your lines, enable it, put your lines, go back and disable it. That's how I do it because I use the price alert, and that price alert right now I'm creating options. I don't use the equalized risk anymore, so I don't have a problem. But because I use the alert for the pricing, that's why I cannot use this advanced script always enabled. So it depends how you trade. For example, Avi doesn't set any alert price. He doesn't put any risk to reward, equalized risk, for example. So those ones, that's why he doesn't need to disable it. But for you or for me, for anyone else using a basic script, unfortunately, it doesn't work. It can work, but you have to write an advanced script. I work with Ziad in order to work together to come up with some script that works also in advance, but it's for me it's too complicated because I don't know how to write Java, and that's why I rather to stick with those basic scripts. I hope that I answered your question.
That's perfect. Thank you. And what
Okay.
is this first alert script? It looks very interesting. Can you actually click on the chart and set a price
It
alert?
is.
'Cause,
It is. So
oh, that
what
would
I
be amazing if we can
yeah.
do that.
Okay. So what I suggest is just give me a second. That one is gonna take some time. My suggestion is that you go through Avi's training, and I will share you that one I have shared it. What is it? Went to the details of it, and I will share you the link. Give me 1 second. Avi trading terminal. Why the trading terminal has changed for Avi's again? I have a problem opening course of Avi. If I could not, I will show it live again. For some reason, again, it asked me just to go.
What are you looking for?
I'm
What's the
looking for
problem?
those courses. The previous one that we went to the
Trading
previous
terminal.
session, the course 9, the free webinars the free session that we had
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah. Okay. I'll pull out the link.
Yeah, because in that one, Rachel, I explained it in details. If you refer to that one, you can easily catch it.
Okay, awesome. I'll do that once
There,
I
there is a script that Shane also shares in the question and answers. That one is easier to use. The one that I have is using a sound as well, but it's a hotkey. I will quickly show it. There is a hotkey that I have. Where is the F8? F8. Somebody show it. Okay, here. So it's a script that you can use. Here is the script. You can put a file name. It's gonna work that sound whenever it comes to that price. The basic version of it, Shane already shared in the question and answers of the Discord. And Avi, if you can share the previous sessions. Okay, yeah, I see that Avi's.
That's the link. Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
And you got Dave here also with a question. Asghar,
Yes,
whenever you're ready.
yes, for sure. If you go to this link that Avi shared, and you go to course 9 additional sessions, this the first one. That's trader process and setup session, April 15th. There is a lot of questions that have been answered in that, the very first one. Okay,
awesome. Thank you so much.
no problem. Dave, you had a question?
Yeah, Asghar, so it's a very simple question. Thanks for creating that hotkey. The only thing which I want to know, how to change the color on that, because that green color which it had, it is like something else for me also. If you can please, because
Yes,
I'm not I know how to change it. If you can please change it to a orange or something, and if you can please paste the hot script again, I really appreciate that.
yes. I will share that presentation. in terms, I didn't wrote that. We have to thank Riyad in order to, he wrote that. I, for example, changed the color. You see that the color that I'm using is green, while the one that is coming is the burgundy. So I used to have this, I like this color better. So you have to go to these hotkey, Avi8ors level. Okay, so if I zoom in, expand it here.
So you have one for the burgundy, like here, the script.
The one that is in the presentation is, I believe, is burgundy. I can check it.
The one like, okay, you pasted a message like, okay, a while when you created this one, that was green.
Okay, was it green? Let me just check it. Yeah, let me just check, because I knew that I want to. Where is that? This is the color. Level 5 levels. Get here. I think the color is visible with the color. Yeah, this is the one. So there are two things that you have to change. You see that it has this color. This color is for the line, and this one is for the label. So there is two that you have to change, because there are some upper lines and there are some lower lines. You have to change both of them. So whatever you want to do, for example, the label that you want to change, this is the one, and also change these, and also if you want to change the line. So let me just check these versus the presentation. See which one is one that I have in the presentation. So here I see that I have put these 128, 176. Okay. What is that? Yeah, this one is, I believe this is the one that is the shared, because I didn't want to modify the one that the people mainly use that. So if you use this, I think it's 255. I can change that here to see whether it's going to be changed to that. It's not a problem.
255 is the green.
The 255 is the burgundy.
Oh.
If I use that to burgundy, and there's a way that you can select the colors. I will show you later on. There are some discussions around this with in the same forum chain. Okay, so this one, 255. Yep. Okay, so I'm just gonna commit. Okay, if I use this, so I have the label blue and the line green. Let me just do this enabled. Other advanced enable. Okay. What did I do? I did something stupid in the copy and paste. That Avi8ors. What did I do? Oh, there's two. We need one. Two. One. You see that it's changed. If I put this, you see that the label is gray and the line is burgundy. And if you want to see what is the code of the colors, I think that can put chart area config. You see that just go to any chart area, doesn't matter, okay? Go to config area, select anything that has a color, okay? And then you can select the color that you want and you will get the code. It's blue, it's red, it's white, it's black, whatever you want, you can get the code of it. So it's up to you what color you want to use.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, now I have to go back and change it back to green, but I will do that later on. My eyes are get used to that green. Any other question?
Yeah, do you know how to pre-enter a breakout before it happens? I'm back testing that right now.
I wish.
Trying to figure that out on the other side.
You wait till tomorrow and you go into replay mode.
Oh yes. That works too. Replay that. Oh man.
So I don't see any other questions. If there is anyone has questions, feel free.
We got Carl X in here, Asghar, in the chat.
Oh, we have the chat box. Sorry, I didn't check the chat box. Sorry, Asghar, now how did you set up and select the option in your screen, and how do you see and select the ITM OTM options potentially trade? Okay, so that is a question for Avi. I want to leave it to Avi in terms of ITM and OTM, and in terms of selecting the option in your screen, I can tell you how to do that. So basically, what you can do is that there is, okay, so is it the option chain here? Here. So basically, you can select the codes and the option chain here, and it's going to bring you this table here. But just want to suggest something. There are some very helpful trainings done by Megan in the trading, in the BBT Trade Education Center. Sorry, I have a alert. Is SPY is moving? Yeah.
Mhm.
It's coming to that area. Should I have a live trading? I mean, I'm not gonna do that.
Up to you. It's all up to you. Just manage your risk. Look at this thing. It's just a ripper on the SPY. Oh my gosh.
It is. So there are some cards. There are some trainings in the education center. I suggest you to go through that. I don't want to go through the options training here because it's going to be confusing. And also, Avi has shared his desktop in our channel. I believe Avi, you shared it.
Yeah, I did. But when you're done here, I'll go through a little bit of how I set it up. And
Yes. Yeah. So let's just park that one, and then I'm just going to go to these Jang's Avi thought on SPY. Yeah, okay, so that is, I think that is more about a SPY question. So you want me to stop sharing because
I know you can keep sharing. I'm sharing as well. If you guys want to look at my screen here, I'll quickly get through this. So Carl, they're talking about how do you set up and select options in your screen, see the select. Okay, so here's what I've got really. You can see the options chain here on the left. What I've done is, let me expand this so you can see it. You see that little anchor there, that little ship's anchor. So what you got to do is, when it's visible, drag it and just drop it onto the montage that you use for your executions. That's all I've done. So anytime I click on any contract here, see I'm going to click on the 593 call option. What happens is it populates that contract into my montage. Also, what I've done, I've dragged the anchor from the montage and then put it onto this particular chart. So this chart here will show anything and everything that's in this montage. So effectively, I'm using two anchors, taking the anchor from the options chain, putting it onto the montage. So whatever I click on, the options chain will pop up in the montage. And just for reference, just to have a chart, I take the anchor from the montage, put it onto a screen. So anything that's in the montage then just pops up on the screen, on the chart here. And that's it. That's all I do. So anytime I click on any contract I want, there's nothing there.
Is that
Yeah, you should be able
okay?
to see my screen. Yeah, you should be able to see it.
I was wondering, Asghar, what do you have to montage?
Sorry, hold on a sec, Pascal. Let me make sure I got this sorted. How do you see and select in the money or? Okay, so yeah, that's the setup. Carl, so real quick, in the money and out the money. I will go in the money when I identify that the trade is a slower one. It's going to take some time to go. Basically, trading my typical style, mostly that's in the money. But when I identify it's going to be a momentum trade, there's a tremendous amount of momentum. There's a catalyst. Somebody tweeted something, and I have a strategy to take it. And I'm basically expecting it to go very fast in my favor. Like this is going to work within a minute and a half, something like that. Otherwise, I'll stop out. In that case, I'll go out of the money, and I'll even go heavier size, even with a tighter stop. So it's different strategies. And based on the strategy I'm using, I'll go in the money or out the money. Again, I went into a lot of detail on this in the most recent webinar, which is up in Trading Terminal as well. So you can look at that. I spent a whole hour talking about this. But basically, it's down to strategy, and that's what helps me select whether I'm going in or out of the money. So I hope that helps, Carl. All right, go ahead, Asghar, Pascal. What you got?
Yes, I think that
I was
Pascal, the
wondering-
reason that I have two montage is just because
Mhm.
the way that I trade is just different. I have 8 tickers on the other screen that I'm watching, like NVIDIA, AMD, Tesla, Google, Amazon, and Apple, and SPY and Q. So these are 8 charts that I have. When I'm clicking on those ones, for example, if I click on here on the first montage, look at this here. If I click on NVIDIA, I can see that in the left. Look at, give me 1 second. See, just jump in here in these 3 screens. And if I want to trade these NVIDIA on the options, I'm just going to click on these other montage here. And I'm just going to click, for example, the same chart that I have on the right side. And NVIDIA is going to pop up here. I'm just going to select, I'm going to go on 34 in the money. That's how I can do that. Because I want to see the 1 minute, 30 minutes, and 5 minutes in one and all in my screen. The way that Avi is trading is just because he has one montage and he just expanded to 30 minutes and 1 minute, but I want to see both of them together plus the options. So it's just a trading style. So I can quickly
You can
click
be
on
launching two. I'm sorry. You can be launching 2 trades at the same time. At a time.
exactly. Another reason is
Yeah,
because
really.
sometimes I have 2 trades at the same time. The
Mhm.
montage, the top montage and bottom one, I manage it. I used to have the top one only for equities, but it was a bit confusing. So I changed both of them to be the same. And the way that you can do that is just you right click on these, you save it as a default, and then you go to this other montage that you have and you load it as a default. So in this case, both of them are going to be identical, and you use the anchor, these anchors, and you drag it to the charts that you want. So for example, this montage on top is dragged to this one, and this is dragged to these 3. Sorry, the other way. Sorry, this one is just to these 3, and bottom one is to this top. So it's just a different trading style.
Yeah.
I want to manage
Okay, I got
2 tickers at the same time.
But both montages are anchored with the chain option. The option chain. I'm sorry.
It is. It is. It is. It is.
Okay, thank you. Well, speed. That might be intense. That kind of trading. I mean, like 2 montage. The montages and the.
It is just for
22.
managing and also visiting to the teachers in the 1 minute, 30 minutes, and 5 minutes, and also if I want to manage 1 options. If in rare cases I want to trade 2, then in this case it gives me 2 opportunity, but it's a rare case.
I had 6 montages open at one point on 6 separate screens. This was a few years ago. And I would watch 6 tickers, and each of them had 3 time frames or something like that. Needless to say, I wasn't profitable back then. That was like 5 years ago. So you can go crazy with DOS. There's a lot you can do. Just make sure you don't hurt yourself. That's important.
Like I said, the main reason that I have this is not because of trading 2. It's only because I don't want to type. I click on these, and I click, for example, SPY, and it's just gonna right away come here. It's not because of the trading, it's because of seeing it instantly. That's it. I don't have to type. I click on the other charts and it shows here. Then I go to this chain and it's like, okay, I want to trade NVDA. And then if I click here, then it's going to show up here on the options. So I'm mainly using this one for option trading, but these are just for the observation.
Okay.
Nice.
No, I've got. Can you hear me? No,
I can hear you, Pascal. What do you need?
Yeah, I was wondering if Asghar was using any Stream Deck.
I am not. I wanted at one point to get the Stream Deck because I was trading equities, but then I realized that I need only these I'll call options like this 1, 5, 10, 25. These are the way that I'm just gonna use these only rare hot buttons. In best case scenario, I can use hotkey. Right now, these hot buttons is good for me. So that's how I use it. It's just I don't have any stream deck.
Yeah, that can make sense because you just have to press, and hit the key, and if you like turning your head, look at the screen back and forth, it's like
Yeah.
you can be losing some time.
Yeah, what I like to do instead of turning my head and finding keys, whether it's a keyboard or Stream Deck or whatever, is I just use the mouse. You see me when I enter, I just use the mouse. I can see the mouse cursor on the screen. I put it on top of the button, I click it, and that's all I do. I always make mistakes when I'm typing, so I don't want to do that. So you got to figure out what works best for you. And just
That was exactly the reason that when I was typing a teacher, sometimes I had a typo. That's why I write it that's to have two montage. You just say, okay, I want to see it. Let's just click. I'm not good with typing.
Yeah, me too. Same. I'm back testing breakouts right now on a 30-minute chart, and it's very interesting. It might be something to share here. But let me make sure I know what I'm doing first. Wow. Anyways, while we're here, guys, what else is on your minds?
Anything related to the DAS, or I can stop sharing. I can keep sharing. I have no problem.
Everyone's good.
Okay. Sorry. Avi already walked over this, but I couldn't pin his screen in time. So can you go over the steps again on how to anchor all these different charts, the options?
Yes.
Onto your laptop?
Yeah. The option, Abby, do you want to go it or you want me to go it? So which one?
Go ahead. You got your chart up and running. Rachel, Asghar's got it. So
Yeah. Okay. So basically, when you have a montage, whether it's going to be 1 or 2, it's just a matter of you use this anchor and you drag it and you do it like this. So in this case, if I click on this NVIDIA, for example, I have all these is going to be the same. But if I go here in this montage and I use this and drag it here, if I click on this, you're going to see that this one is. So basically, anchor is just to be linking one montage to a chart. That's it. Click on it, drag it
to the montage.
What is that?
How do you link the options to the montage in the chart?
Okay, so that is already here is linked because I do have it here. If I go, where is that?
Rachel, to anchor the option, you grab the anchor from the option chain and drop it on top of your montage.
It's here. It's hidden here. If I
expand it. Yeah, there it is.
Expand it. It's hidden here. So you have to first enable it, the option change, and then you drag it here. Yeah.
Okay,
for me, it was hidden. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to find it. I'm like, I don't know where is this anchor you're talking about. Thank you.
Yes. I'm not using the other, there are some information like, for example, bid, ask, chain, volume. I'm not using those ones, so I minimize it to this view. That's enough for me. So this is the anchor.
Mm-hmm. There you go. That anchor is extremely useful. You can anchor, one montage to multiple charts, have multiple time frames. I mean, there's so much you can do with it.
True.
And yeah. It works the other way. When you get the anchor from the montage linked to a chart, you can just click on the chart anywhere in the white space, type in a ticker, hit enter, and it populates in the montage as well. So it works reverse. If I remember correctly, that's how I used to do it.
That's correct.
Yeah.
If I click here NVDA and then say, I don't know, AMD, just gonna type it. But the problem is that when you type in it, I believe if I click on the chart, it's not gonna work. That's the problem I have. Let me just click on this, it's fine.
Try it.
That's the problem. Yeah, see, these two changed, but this one did not change because it just unlink the chain, the anchor. That's why I don't like the typing. I see that you are typing it, but because I'm using these other 80 chart to this, it's just gonna unlink. So I have to now go back and then
relink it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You got to relink it. Okay.
yes.
I forgot that. Yeah. So I'm only looking at one ticker. So
Yes, yeah, because you're looking one ticker, that's not a problem.
yeah.
That's why I have seen that sometimes when you have 3 tickers in your screen, it's fine. You're typing in it, but because you're not linking that montage to that chart.
Yeah, it's isolated. So yeah.
True.
I'm finding some really interesting statistics here on quality of consolidation and therefore pre-entering breakouts, which looking back on the last 2 weeks, I would have taken twice as many trades if I had this. But anyways, just stuff I'm back testing. If this makes sense, could be something good. Again, scaling into positions, you're almost predetermining everything before the day opens. And then you're just scaling in for the day and then just let it run. That's what a lot of the bigger traders do, basically. That's how they get those 7-figure trades and multiple 7-figure trades. But I'm just testing it for now. Anyways, who else got what else? Wants to talk about what?
Avi, do you use options as for like your long-term investments?
Oh no. No. They are not long-term instruments. They have expiry dates. Now, if you go to the Frankfurt Exchange, you'll find that they have 5-year expiry dates. That's all right. But if you're going to hold any option contract overnight, just one night, you better guarantee every night that thing's going to gap in your favor. Otherwise, it's disintegrating. Most options end up at 0. Most of them. Now, on the other side, if you're shorting options, yeah, but you can do that, but that's not investment. To me, investment's anything longer than 5 years. So basically, no, I'll do them. I've done them plenty for spreads and 1 month kind of time frame stuff, or 1 week time frame even. But longer term stuff, the way I truly invest 5 and 10 year pictures, I buy stuff that is basically like buying an option. They're so dirt cheap. It's like a free option. It's like buying free call options without an expiry date because of the PEs and everything and the net asset values and the sector and its status geopolitically, all that stuff. So yeah, for those reasons, there's no way I will do options for 5-year stuff,
Yeah, I saw a video from SMB Capital on how to use options for amplified return on your. I guess it's like a 1 year out expiration date, and he was explaining like, I'll buy it in the money, and it's about at 50% of the current value, and if it gets to say you bought it for like its current price is 100, and then the strike price is 200. And you're already in the money, then it's going to amplify your return if you have a long-term view that it's going to be bullish. So I wasn't fully understanding that. So I was just wondering if that's something that you can use with you.
Yeah, you can do stuff like that. It's interesting. What SMB talks about a lot is generating cash flow while you're in the position. So something like selling covered calls, for example. So anyways, there's many ways. The thing about options is they're so interesting. You can combine them in so many ways and use them and amplify your returns. Various things you're saying, like hedge funds do this all the time. I choose not to do this, you can do it. But again, I can understand what things might do within the day, within a 30-minute time frame. I can get a bigger picture on a 5-year time frame of where the world is going. But to tell you what the world is going to do in about a year from now, or a sector or an industry or a ticker even, that's not my expertise. I have no clue. Absolutely no clue. So I don't touch that stuff.
Avi, do you see SPY going long from here?
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the 30-minute consolidation. It's not really consolidated. It's going to take a while. It can go. I mean, it's already made a massive move. You want to be careful. This move happened very quickly. So the next move, it's not likely to happen quickly. Wait a few candles. Let it give you a really good continuation pattern, a really solid ABCD, before thinking about it. And if it doesn't, well, so far it's putting in a lower high, right? So that's a signal for a reversal on a 1 minute. That's very small. But wait and see. It's just a wait and see thing for now. So don't know anything. Yeah, Anya, go ahead. Got a question?
Hi. How are you backtesting? I mean, you are just going now to charts, or you have some program that running?
I'm just looking at my old screenshots. I screenshot the SPY charts every day. So I have 30 minutes and 1 minute, and I'm backtesting, basically looking at it and literally calculating in my head. I can write it with a pencil, like how many times would this have worked or not have worked on different time frames and stuff. So that's all I'm doing really.
Okay, gotcha.
So far, yeah.
Thank you.
This is very, very interesting. I used to do this on 1 minute stuff, pre-entering a breakout, but obviously that doesn't make sense.
Avi, I have put the link for that presentation and also the link for the previous DAS training session and the question and answers.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
No problem. And I have a stop sharing. But if anyone has a question, I'm here and we can reshare again.
Awesome. Thanks, Asghar. That's awesome, man. Thanks for sharing all this.
No problem.
You saved me about 2 hours of work. What you can do in 10 minutes takes me 2 hours to do. DOS. I can't even do it.
Sharing is caring.
Absolutely. Much appreciated.
So we have a new appointment every Thursday now.
Yeah. So now we have, overall we have 5 days a week of trading the open, and then 3 days a week where we meet after the open, basically about 11. And don't tell me if there's more, because that's plenty. That's plenty.
Friday, sorry.
Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
Man.
So I'm not having anything to present, because I'm that stage. I'm not competent. But I might share some recipes, French recipe, macaron, tarte tatin, that kind of stuff. You want, guys?
we can do that. We'll just stop the recording. You can talk about recipes all you want.
Yeah, sure. I would have another Discord channel.
Real quick before we do all that, Dave, you got a question up here?
This one, like the SPY, like at this level. So will you take a long here?
You see, on a 30-minute, it's just on its way. It's extended. This was a big move. This first candle. Now the second white candle is a smaller one, but still, it's not a consolidation really. It's still made a new high. It's still pushing upward. I want to see a consolidation where it goes sideways. So I'm not even going to call this a consolidation. If it didn't break the previous candle's high, then I'd say, okay, now maybe that's a consolidation. So then I'll be interested. Like around here where it is now, I'd be interested to go long maybe. But the way this is all behaving, it's still on the way up. You're trying to catch it here on the 30-minute. You're just chasing this thing as it's on its way. Now, ideally, it puts in 2, maybe 3 candles right here without moving, just in this range between, let's say, 588 and 589. And then that's a good setup for a really good move up. For now, it looks like it wants to go without doing that. And if it does go without doing that, that's fine. Let it run. I don't care. But there's no way that I will enter here. There's too much risk. It could easily just drop. It's too dangerous.
So your whole idea is like, okay, it need to get consolidated there, like at least 1 30-minute candle there, like before you go in.
Yeah. For me to catch a move, it has to be a consolidation that begins the move, before the move begins. Otherwise, like here, you can see this consolidation and the move happens. So this setup was good. I'm not seeing that here. Here, I'm just seeing it's on its way already. So there's something there. I'll tell you guys what I'm working on here, trying to figure out is find a way to anticipate the breakout before it happens. And looking at a 30-minute picture, you have basically a big consolidation, a drop down, but realistically, a smaller picture. You have, like we said before the open, it broke a new high before the open, where it consolidated, and it would be good for breakout, but going into chop. But there are times when, like today, where you may be able to anticipate that the breakout is going to be so aggressive that it'll overwhelm whatever chop is on the way. That's what I'm trying to achieve here. Even a couple of days ago, I missed the whole move. Here it is, because of being worried about that. So what I'm really looking at is there's some clue in the consolidation that tells us that the breakout's going to overwhelm whatever came before. And what I'm looking at here is truly during the consolidation, you have higher lows. And look at this. low, and that's higher, and that's higher, and that's higher. On a 30-minute picture, you get 3 in a row like this. The fourth one, I mean, somewhere down here, you might be thinking about taking the long, and you're in this as a rip. Look at this one here. Before this day began, the level was just a little down here. But effectively, you can see the low here, and that was higher, and that was higher. And the opening volatility pushed it down, but as soon as it reclaims its opening price, you're pre-entering the breakout. The breakout happens a little further up, but you're pre-entering. You can even add at the breakout and assume that it'll overwhelm whatever happened before, like it happened today. Just assume that because the consolidation is so good with higher lows, that it'll overwhelm previous resistance. And in this case today, it's a ripper. I mean, this is a freaking $2 million trade, and I'm just observing it. It's a bit frustrating. But anyways, all this stuff I'm looking at now, this makes sense. So it's a quality of consolidation now on a 30-minute chart. Doing a 1-minute chart, you'll see higher lows everywhere. You go nuts. A 30-minute, there's enough candles and also not too many candles to identify the quality of the consolidation. And you can pick this up before the market opened. Like today, here you got this low, and this is higher, and you have that obvious level right there. So when the market opens here, you're already ready for the breakout there. You're thinking about a long. So then you get into a 1-minute picture. This thing starts to drop. Maybe you're thinking down here, you might get it. So basically before the level, now I only enter at the levels. I'm trying to think about how about pre-entering. So firstly, setup. So setup is, again, quality of consolidation, higher lows in this case, or lower highs in other cases. But then that's just setup. Now, where's the entry? So I'm working on this. Let me see what I find. It might be a new trade book, a new addition to the trade book. So anyways, we'll see.
Avi,
All right,
I think that works when there's a larger context uptrend.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
any dip is being bought, but then as it starts to form, I mean, it looks like on the 30 minutes, a Wyckoff shakeout, a spring,
Mm-hmm.
where you've got the consolidation on the left, you've got a very short period of price shooting downwards and taking out weak holders, and then slowly being absorbed.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I agree with you. If you can picture that higher term trend, that works as well. So there's ways to do it. There's ways to, you got to get the checklist right. Yeah. You qualify the trend and then qualify the higher lows or the quality of consolidation. So let's see. Yeah, maybe it's something we can work on. Maybe bring that into the trade book.
Yeah, I think you're taking the side of the larger money, which tried to shake people out, and then therein buying at a lower price.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what I'm trying to do here. Trying to get in with the big money and get in early and not be too fussed about it's going into chop, because the big money is going to overwhelm whatever shakeout did happen earlier or chop happened earlier.
I can understand you don't. I can understand that you don't enter at the breakout at 586, because when you look left, that can be okay. You see all that zone is pretty choppy, but afterward, when it reaches the 589 and it breaks out that level.
Mm-hmm. No, this I've been stopped many times on this. On a 1-minute chart, it's perfect. Consolidation, breakout, retest, 2 retests, off you go, higher lows, all that. It's all in the right place. It's behaving correctly. On a 30-minute, it's not. And realistically, I've lost a lot of money just going after stuff like this. This could easily just dump down or up. I don't know. This is not a place where I'll put on new risk. I'll put on risk down there or something earlier, but up here on this picture, on a 30-minute picture, there's no way. You're chasing it up.
Because it breaks out. It broke out the level, but you're not seeing a proper candle.
I'm not seeing a consolidation before the breakout. These are just 3 white candles.
Then there might be kind of a continuation, isn't
it? There's too much risk to take a continuation like this. On reversals, I'll take it sometimes, but not this. This is a one-directional thing. Reversals are different. They have different behavior. But this is very scary. Look at that. On a 1-minute already begins to look a little toppy. But you just be careful here. Now it already made that high at 590. I mean, look at the 30 minutes. So you got that resistance here. Now, even if it consolidates below my trade book will tell me be careful of 590. And by the time it's at 590, it's halfway to the target. So there's nothing here. There's no trade in this today. It's already done. The last 5 minutes disqualified it. Well, that's my current trade book. So let's see. I'm trying to figure out a trade book where I can enter down here, and off you go. So let's see. Could be interesting. Yeah. All right. We doing recipes or what? Well, before we end the recording, anyone else into anything else? Consolidation, red, higher close. Yeah, time of day. Yeah, this is not opening momentum. There you go, Shane. Very good. Breakouts take a lot more to work. Yeah, Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, at the risk of blowing sunshine up your spine, that we're really grateful for what you're doing with this room.
Sure, no, my pleasure. It's good to have you. Good to have everyone in here. Always, this is great. I look forward to hanging out with you guys every day. So,
Oui, Dan.
thanks for coming.
Un plaisir de faire ta connaissance.
Awesome. All right, let's end the recording before it turns into some sort of comedy show that you can watch like Seinfeld or something. And you can talk.